If you've ever dreamed of wandering through one of the world's oldest cities, Athens, Greece is calling your name. This city is a treasure trove of history and culture, from the iconic Acropolis to the lively streets of Plaka. Athens has a little something for everyone. Hello, this is Lindsay from Have Clothes Will Travel. In today's video, I'll share my 2-day itinerary for Athens, Greece. This Athens itinerary is a little different than the majority you will see, as while I love history and museums, I didn't want to spend an entire day inside museums, as many itineraries do suggest. I wanted to try and see a good mix of different sites and wander at a leisurely pace. I also was very interested in seeing the Temple of Poseidon, which is a little ways outside of Athens. So you will be outside of Athens for a half day with this itinerary. But I will also offer options if you don't want to leave Athens for the Temple of Poseidon. So don't worry, I'll explain this all and then some in this video. Day 1. Start your day with the Acropolis. No trip to Athens is complete without visiting the iconic Acropolis. This ancient citadel has stood as a testament to the city's glorious past for over 2 millennia. Now, what to see when you visit the Acropolis? The Parthenon is the undisputed crown jewel of the Acropolis. It was constructed between 447 and 438 BC. This awe-inspiring temple was dedicated to the goddess Athena and is a true wonder of the ancient world. Along with the Parthenon, the Acropolis complex has several other remarkable structures, each with its own captivating history. Be sure to explore the Temple of Athena Nike, the Erechtheion, and the Theater of Dionysus, where the timeless tragedies of ancient Greece were once performed. You'll also see the Herodion, which has been staging musical and theatrical performances on and off for 2 full millennia. I'll link to its website in the description so you can see who is performing when you visit. Now, timing your visit. I highly recommend visiting the Acropolis right away on your first day in Athens, as it can sometimes be closed due to weather. This was actually the case when we tried to visit on our first day. The rain made the stairs dangerously slippery, so they closed it down for the day until the sun returned. Fortunately, we were able to swap around our itinerary and just visited the Acropolis a little later than we had originally planned. It's also a good idea to reserve your Acropolis tickets in advance, as the Acropolis has a daily visitors cap to avoid overcrowding. Also, the line to buy tickets at the Acropolis will be incredibly long. I will link to the ticket website in the description. We explored the Acropolis by ourselves for a couple of hours, but I do think booking a guide would have been a good idea, especially if you enjoy learning about history. Next, take a 5-minute walk and head to the Acropolis Museum. It's one of the world's best archaeological museums. Here you'll find an impressive collection of artifacts and sculptures. The museum's innovative design with its glass floors and panoramic views of the Acropolis create a wonderfully immersive and educational experience. And a really cool part is the outdoor portion, where there's a large archaeological ruins beneath the museum floor, which you can see through the glass. You can buy tickets at the entrance here and expect to spend around 1 to 2 hours in the museum. For lunch, the Acropolis Museum restaurant is a convenient and great place to stop for a late breakfast or lunch. The coffee and food were really tasty, and you're treated to fabulous views of the Acropolis. Another option is to venture over to Plaka for lunch at a traditional taverna. After lunch, head to the Temple of Zeus. It's about a 15-minute walk from the Acropolis or about a 5-minute cab ride. The Temple of Olympian Zeus was one of the largest ancient Greek temples ever constructed. Although only a few columns remain standing, the sheer scale and grandeur of this structure are truly awe-inspiring. You'll spend about 30 to 45 minutes here. Then on to the Panathenaic Stadium, which hosted the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. This is about a 10-minute walk away and will take about 45 minutes to visit as well. Now for the evening, stroll through the Plaka district and enjoy its vibrant atmosphere, shops, and cafes. You can stop and have dinner at one of Plaka's many traditional restaurants, or you could head back toward the Acropolis and have dinner at Dionysus Sonars, which is what we did. We really enjoyed the food and the service, and of course, you can't beat the views. Day 2. Start your day at the Roman Agora and the Tower of the Winds. Plan to spend about 1 to 1.5 hours exploring these ancient sites. Check out the Gate of Athena and wander through the ancient marketplace where traders and philosophers once gathered. Be sure to see the Tower of the Winds, which was the world's first meteorological center with a sundial, water clock, and wind vane. Then visit Hadrian's Library, which is just a few minutes walk away. This ancient Roman library was built in the 2nd century AD and reflects the rich history of the city and the enduring legacy of the Emperor Hadrian. I would say to plan to spend about 45 minutes here. Once you're done with Hadrian's Library, walk over to Monstraki Square. Here you'll find tons of food options and plenty of souvenirs as well. You can have lunch here or have lunch along the water during the next portion of this day. In the afternoon, take a scenic drive or tour to Cape Sonion, which is about 1.5 to 2 hours from Athens. Here, you'll visit the Temple of Poseidon and enjoy breathtaking views of the Aegean Sea. This temple was built in the 5th century BC and is considered one of the most iconic and well-preserved examples of ancient Greek architecture. This is also an incredible place to watch the sunset. Plan to spend about 1 to 1.5 hours exploring the site. I personally recommend booking a tour versus driving yourself. I'll link to some great options in the description. Now for the evening, you'll return to Athens and get cleaned up for dinner. I highly recommend making a reservation at a rooftop restaurant for your last night in the city. We dined at the GB Roof Garden Restaurant and Bar, which is on top of the Hotel Grande Bretagna. Be sure to make a reservation well in advance. Now, if you don't want to spend the afternoon traveling to the Temple of Poseidon, here are some other great options you can visit. The National Archaeological Museum. This museum is one of the most important in the world and contains a vast collection of Greek antiquities. Syntagma Square and the changing of the guard. Here you can witness the changing of the guard at the Parliament building in the Syntagma Square. Another great way to spend your last afternoon is to take a food tour or a cooking class in Athens. I'll link to some great options in the description. Now to end this video, I'm going to share where we stayed in Athens and recommend. The Hotel Grand Bretagna. This is a great option if you're a Marriott Bonvoy member. Your points and status go a long way here. It is quite pricey though if you're not planning to use points like we did. This hotel has a lovely pool area, luxurious rooms, and decadent amenities. It's right across the way from the Syntagma Square. Another fantastic option is the Ava Hotel and Suites. This is a great bang for your buck hotel in my opinion. The rooms are quite affordable and very spacious. They are also located on a quiet street in Plaka in the middle of the historical center, so you won't have to worry about hearing noises outside, but you're still within walking distance of the Acropolis. I was really happy staying at the Ava Hotel and Suites. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel content like this.